I wasn't sure what to call this video, but I'm noticing there's a bit of an interest in some end time stuff. So I'm going to keep this video short. So I also find that interesting in my stats that people like shorter videos, maybe to get on their day, all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and keep this video under 5 minutes. So what do I look for when I am looking at to see whether or not we're in the end times? What are some of the common denominators? One of the places that I tend to go to remind myself of what I'm seeing in the media or wherever, in the news, with the World Economic Forum, anything like that, is this desire to make the world on the same page. So hopefully this will make sense. So I'm just going to jump to, a lot of people think that if you go to Revelations, you can find a lot of stuff about the end times, which is true, obviously, it's true. But what I also find is if you go back in time, this is kind of interesting. All the way back to, we're going way back today. Actually in Genesis today, or started yesterday. Almost done Genesis. All the way back here. Chapter 11. Let's read this. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. They said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city, and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. So they did not want to be scattered. And this is important because this is mentioned a couple of times. Continuing. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower. So not just the tower, city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad, which is what they didn't want, from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. I might make a video about this in more detail, but verse 9, Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. So it's interesting when you go back here that they wanted to build this huge tower. And we see this, I think there's a building, maybe I'll do another video about that. It's called the EU building, and it looks almost identical to the Tower of Babel. Like it's unfinished, and basically their thing is, this is the unfinished work. We have a lot of work to do and all this kind of stuff. So this is what I look for when I see end time leaders that are talking like they have one speech, that they're trying to get the world under control, all this kind of stuff. That puts a red flag up, and my ears perk up whenever I hear somebody give a speech, whether it's at the Economic Forum with Klaus Schwab or any of these other leaders, Elon Musk, Bezos, Bates, any of these guys, when they start talking about we need to get the earth as one language. we need to get them all on the same page. Then my ears perk up, and I start diving into scripture, looking this up. So that's it for this video. One other interesting note, and I appreciate you for listening to this video to the end, is one of the things that I came across is that one of the reasons why they built this tower was because they didn't want to be destroyed by a flood again. Even though God had promised that the world wasn't going to be destroyed by the flood, these people were not taking a chance. So they wanted to build a high enough tower that no matter how high the flood was, that they would survive. So they were fighting against God directly, which is kind of interesting. This has nothing to do with God. When they say, we are one language, one speech, they're not including God in any of this stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment. I appreciate all your comments. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and have a good day.